Gathering water is one of the most important things you need to do on the trail. First of all, you've got to find a viable water source to harvest from. The faster the moving, the better. Myself, I personally enjoy the Catadine water filter, and I use the Aquapack bag I use for gathering the water. With that, I'm able to squeeze out the water and it filters it very nicely into my drinking water bottle. I usually have 2 of those, but it depends on how available the water sources are. I also bring chlorine tablets as a backup. Now let's look at my backpack. On my shoulder strap I have a pouch I use for 1 water bottle. It's a 700 ml smart water bottle. I often have a second one I use in the side pocket. And behind that I usually store my dirty water bottle, which is my Aquapack, and my Catadine filter. And on the other side, in a pinch, I have another 700 mils I can use for my cold soaking jar. So all in all, I have about 300 mils I can carry on a pinch for those dry spells. This is crazy cool. I know the Appalachian Trail has this name of the green tunnel. Perhaps it should be the pink tunnel, based on what's going on right now. I'm walking through a garden opposed to a backwoods hiking trail. It's quite gorgeous. It's not just these flowers that perk up my day. There's flowers all along the trail that, if you pay attention, will give you a little bit of joy. Here I am at the top of Bear Mountain. It has one giant cairn. Or am I? Oh, here it is. Here's the plaque. This monument marks the highest ground in Connecticut. So here I am on the top of Connecticut. Not quite the top. I'm going to get to the top of the cairn or the monument and have a snack. Nice. So I'm on top of Connecticut. It's time for a morning break. Apples and chocolate. Now those good folks over there pointed out that the porcupine's right there on the trail. That if they didn't tell me, my head could have bumped the thing.
He knows he's been spotted now.
Well, in any case, I'm heading on. I'm going to leave the porcupine to its lunch, and these good folks to their adventures. One more state behind me. Connecticut is done. Massachusetts is north. So we're on the ledges of Race Mountain right now. It's extremely cool. We're at about 2,400 feet, fairly high for this part of the world. It's quite gnarly. Rather enjoy it. But also we're not exposed. We're fully exposed from the sun and the wind, so it's a little bit hectic up here. Okay, looks like I'm at the peak. It's not a bald peak again, but it's Mount Everett. Not Everest, Mount Everett. That's the 3rd major peak today. That's not including the maybe 6 other little peaks in between. So I think it's almost ready for me to settle in for the night. Gotta find a campsite first though. Well, we got a small reprieve in the rain, so I'm going to catch you up a little bit. Yesterday was a very challenging day, also very rewarding. A whole bunch of peaks, which made it very enjoyable, but also very tiring. Also, one of the challenges at the end of the day, at around 3, I settled in at a shelter because the next viable camping spot, according to all the charts and and all the apps was not for another 15 miles. And I didn't have 50 more miles in me, so I had to stop a little early. It's one of the challenges on the AT is getting just the right camp spot for your capabilities. Anyway, a wet day according to the forecast. I'll take advantage of this dry moment. The Appalachian Trail does have its dangers. Make sure you follow the blazes. I'm supposed to turn left, but if I don't, this is what happens. You go off a cliff. Crazy. I just spent the night at the chapel at Great Barrington. It's owned and operated by a really nice couple, very generous couple, who fed us supper, fed us some baked treats, gave us a bunk for the night, and the next morning early, they made us breakfast. There was a total of 8 of us that night, and wonderful stay. Thank you very much, folks. I'm at the chapel in Great Barrington, and these are the 2 hosts that are taking care of me. And your names are?
Mary, Sneak Attack.
Oh man, so much appreciated. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The last few days there hasn't been a lot of video because it's been raining, and frankly I've been beat up a little bit. Not very enthusiastic about bringing out the camera in the rain or when my body's all busted. But maybe we'll get some points of interest and some good weather ahead of us. So I got this beautiful peak around lunchtime. I looked at my app for my maps and discovered that there's a parking spot just down at the bottom of this mountain. And that's where trail angels usually hang out at lunchtime, at parking spots. So with enthusiasm and optimism, I'm heading down to the parking spot. Maybe, maybe not. In any case, I'll have my lunch there. Well, this could be trail magic. Let's check it out. Farther down, I see a sign that says Trail Stand. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is. Wow, there's a picnic table, a nice AT sign, and here, some delicious things. That trail stand was excellent. Had some delicious treats. Got to spoil myself a little bit. They did charge, but they charged probably at cost. I don't think they're making any money. So very nice folks setting that up for us. Give us an opportunity to give us some joy. I had some ice cream, got some chocolate. Yeah, that was all good. So this is the hiking trail. It's been so wet that it's become little rivers, and there's really no way to avoid it. But the trails are just filled with water, and the ground is all mucky. It's a consequence of all the rain in the last few days. Also, the water sources are just gorged, so sometimes the river crossings are wet as well. Bottom line is, I don't have much to complain about. It's just a wonderful day on the Appalachian Trail. But right now, at my feet, is a very good kind of wet found on the trail. Beer. Ice cold beer. I'm taking one with me. I'm going to enjoy it at camp tonight. Looks like we're here. What a nice structure. And there's Chipotle. Man, this is cool.
This is Mary.
Hi, everybody.
And 2 happy hikers. And Mary has made us pancakes this morning. And that's all that's left because it's so delicious. But the pièce de résistance is...
This is real maple syrup. Of course it's real maple syrup. Why did I need to tell you that? This is maple syrup from my Uncle Robbie's farm in Maine. You're gonna be hiking very close to where this comes from in Maine. Enjoy.
Thank you. Bye. The cabin was absolutely wonderful. Hard to compare to any other shelters on the trail. They had a caretaker. Her name is Mary. She was delightful. She prepared us wonderful breakfasts this morning, endless pancakes, and she pulled out some real maple syrup for me. Wow. And the bunkhouse, very comfortable. We had about 20 guests last night. And a nice big patio, porch. There was a dock, able to clean off my feet, soak them in the water. All in all, very decadent, wonderful experience. It was worth the half-mile hike to get here. Now I'm back on trail, heading north. Destination for today, unknown. Nice way to start the morning. 2,180 feet climb to the top of Beckett Mountain in the rain. All in all, I feel pretty good though. I guess the good news is what goes up must come down. Another crazy rainy morning. So there's a bit of a break in the rain right now, enough to make a bit of video. But the trails are like rivers, and it is tough hiking. Even though it's relatively flat this morning, the footwork is so precarious. Anyway, gotta put the phone back away because everything's getting wet. There's the sign for the cookie lady. Apparently it's worth stopping. Let's go check her out. Did you guys give us the sun? You the cookie lady? The cookie lady was delightful. Her name is Ruth, and she made cookies for everybody who joins her. She made some delicious lemonade, and she shared her property with us so we could relax and put our feet up out of the rain. Yeah, so thank you very much, Ruth, the cookie lady. Well, this part of the trail was supposed to be one of the easiest parts on the Appalachian Trail. It's supposed to be flat and easy underfoot. Unfortunately, because of the rain, it is slippery, mucky, and dangerous. Part of the joys of the Appalachian Trail. More trail magic. Excellent. Thank you very much for your hospitality. It was wonderful. And your names are?
Lori, Queen Diva. I'm Brenda.
Thanks again. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Those ladies were delightful. They made this taco salad for me. Oh, on the trail, it seemed like the best food I've ever had. A road walk through the little town of Dalton. It's kind of nice. But the Appalachian Trail people have done a really good job in the last few years, moving most of the trail into the backwoods, off the roads. But this is one of the few exceptions. And despite that, I'm kind of enjoying it. It's quaint, peaceful, and easy on the feet. So I'm in the second town of the day. This is Cheshire, Massachusetts. A quaint little small town. Not much here in the way of retail, but there is a Dollar General. So I'm hoping to resupply a little bit there, get some food for the next week, get myself ready to go north. My pace going up Greylock Mountain is better than anticipated, so I phoned ahead to the lodge at the peak of the mountain. It's called Bascom, and they have bunks there for thru hikers as well as full fancy meals. So I gotta go fast. It looks like I'm gonna be able to take advantage of that. Yeah, a little luxury on the top of Massachusetts. Okay, looks like we're here. We're at the summit. There's the monument, which I'll have to check out. And there's the lodge, which I have a night's stay. Right there.
The lodge at the top of Mount Greylock was very nice. An old stone building, been there for many years. Got a bunk in the bunk room, shared a dinner with a couple other hikers, had a good shower, and now I'm back on trail.
Up, up, and up, 85 degrees. That equals sweat. This is not an easy trail. Yes, we're in Vermont. Bye-bye, Massachusetts.
Good morning. This is Betty Magic Feather. I'm from Cavendish, Vermont. Good to see you.
Hi, I'm Tum Tum from Chico, Northern California.
I'm Pokey. I'm from Utica, New York.
Good morning from Vermont. I stayed at a shelter last night with Chance, Ninja, and Magic Feather. It's a brand new shelter, just got opened up a couple days ago. But the exciting news was poor Chance, his glasses fell apart on him in the middle of the night. So this morning we had a bit of a late start on the trail because we spent the first hour of the day repairing his prescription glasses, which are essential for him because of the type of prescription he has.
We've had complete success thanks to you both, and many fingers and patient hands have made for an interesting surgery. The key here, should you ever have to do this on the trail, is check the other screw to see if it's going from the top down or the bottom up. That's probably the key step we learned halfway through.
Let's test this.
And look at what we have on the trail. A little spray.
So this is the surgical team. Yes, Magic Feather, Chance, and of course, Dudley.
And the glasses.
And the glasses.
So we did that without hesitation, enjoyed the moment together, and now I'm back on the trail, enjoying the mud of Vermont. Yes, we're told Vermont is a very muddy place, and so far it's lived up to its reputation. At the last shelter, I had the pleasure of hanging out with Chance, and he mentioned to me that Vermont was very muddy, and I totally agree. Very muddy. Now, it could be because of the rain, and it could be an anomaly, but right now, it's no longer Vermont, it's Vermud. And when you combine the fact that you're climbing and descending all these hills with trails of mud, oh, that makes it slippery, dangerous, and very uncomfortable in the poor old feet. Kind of a nasty day for the feet between the mud and the wet. Those are not looking very happy. I'm hiking the hills of Vermont and I'm here with Pinky. Say hello.
Hey guys.
And we're enjoying each other's company, hiking. And so far today, it's about 2,300 feet vertical, and we're a little tired. And we've about 1,000 feet more until we get to the shelter. Oh. Okay, split rock. And we're going through the middle.
Woo, split rock.
Pinky's coming through, and I'm huffing and puffing because we're going up and up and up. Where's the trail go from here? I do not know. So it is pouring rain outside. My tent is pitched. I'm in the shelter. That's what it looks like. Very nice. These are all the happy people hanging out, avoiding the rain. Good morning. All in all, a pretty good day yesterday. I hiked most of the day with Pinky. Good company, but she's back at camp getting ready, so I'm blasting off ahead. And I'll maybe see her at the next campsite. And a little thing I learned, the Vermont mud is nasty. I'll tell you why I think it's nasty. Took off my socks last night, and my socks are caked with a layer of mud, and consequently worked like sandpaper on my feet, my toes in particular. So they were rubbed raw, nasty. So I did a little bit of a foot repair last night. Hopefully that'll be good. And I got a dry pair of socks on today, and I washed out my mud socks and have them hanging at the back of my pack. So at least I got some of the mud out of them, and maybe they'll be good later on. So note to self, when you go through Vermont, maybe 3 pairs of socks because of all the mud. I'm with Alex and Joseph, met them on the trail. They had some beer. They were so kind to give it to me, and just wonderful having a chance to chat with them. Life is good. So Pinky and myself, we climbed Stratton Mountain, and there wasn't much to see, just a lot of climbing. But now we're heading back down, more mud, more yuck, but this time it's downhill.
Hi, I'm Pinky and I'm from Waco, Texas.
Hi, almost there. Everett, Pennsylvania.
So I'm heading into Manchester Center, a town in Vermont, for a full zero to heal my feet, rest my muscles, and hopefully perk up my spirit and get me ready for the rest of Vermont. And my first stop is going to be the sporting goods store because I need some things. I want another pair of socks to address the mud in Vermont. Also, I got to replace my shoes. I've blown a seam. They're disintegrating under my feet. And also because my plantar fasciitis is flaring up, I want to get myself a therapy ball to help roll out the fascia. So, all important, all of my reason to take a break tomorrow. Hitchhiking into town, and Salty Dog picked me up. Thank you very much, buddy.
Anytime, brother, anytime. Couldn't leave a hiker out there in this kind of weather.
Thunder, no problem. Salty Dog to the rescue.